Hello and welcome to Gnome Magic, creating curiosity, connection, and creativity in the classroom. And in your case, your classroom may be the home of the kids and families that you care for, but the information that I'm sharing here will be the same, whether your classroom is a classroom of one or many. My name is Ann Armstrong, and I have been a teacher for the past 24 years. Before that, I worked with Head Start. I worked in a domestic violence shelter with the children there. I've worked in family reunification. I've been working with kids my entire life. I'm also a mom, so I feel like I am, sharing this information with you both from the shoes of somebody who's done the work that you're doing and someone who also has been the thankful recipient of the services that our nannies and babysitters have provided over the years. I have my master's and my educational specialist degrees in gifted education. Today, we're going to be talking about the family adventure kit that I've created with my Gnome on the Roam. As we started this years ago, we said that this was a brand of educational toys and experiences for boys and girls who were between 3 and 10 years old. And as the days and months went by, that kept getting stretched. We had teenagers who came and shared like the adventures that they were taking with their kit. We had grandparents who told me, how much it meant to them to have fun things that they could do with their grandkids. We had troop leaders and teachers, friends who were adults with no kids, who all said that what we were offering to them worked for anybody who is an adventurer at heart, right? Who wants to create more moments that matter in their lives, more experiences that they can turn into memories and learn from. And so I hope that you will get some things out of this today that you might be able to share with the friends and kids and families in your own life. Our mission is to encourage and inspire genuine moments of family engagement. And keep in mind that family is a very broad word, right? Family is not only biological, family is a choice that we all make. And our family can be our pets, our friends, our advisors, our mentors, the people that we mentor. And so when I say family engagement, please open that as widely as you wish. But we want to change the world one happy memory at a time. I had no idea when we launched this product, of course, that the pandemic would happen, and that for all of us, our connections to the world and to each other have become so much more precious. So our mission is even deeper and wider than when we began this. The average family spends only 38.5 minutes in active engagement each week, while especially during the pandemic, the average kid spends 7.5 hours a day on a screen. The average adult can spend up to 11 hours a day on the screen, which can create anxiety, depression, a lot of challenges. We believe that we have an answer to that through this product and through other products that we offer. We want to transform the idea of family literacy also. We know about the importance of reading together, and probably we share that regularly. But there is no story that is more important than your own story. And if you don't write it, who will? It's unlikely for most of us that somebody else will write our story for us. So it's important for us to share our thoughts and our ideas and our adventures, even if it's in a journal like the one that we're going to talk about. This is the My Gnome on the Roam Family Adventure Kit, and it has included in it everything that you see here. Excuse me. We have worked really hard to make it something that is beautiful, is useful, is eco-friendly, as humanly possible, and that kids of whatever gender, whatever race, we wanted to make it inclusive, and we do that, you know, through a lot of different opportunities that we continue to grow and learn from. The book is the first part of the kit, you know, just like most good experiences, it starts with a story. Our story is about Gustav, the original garden gnome who wants to experience the world beyond his picket fence. And though he makes attempts to explore, it is only with the help and love of a little girl that his dream can become a reality. Our book is made so that you can color the illustrations. We bring the story, and then the kids and families bring their own unique color to make it their story. And the story is just the beginning. The end of this story becomes the beginning of your own story. You get your own gnome. He is made out of something called urban vinyl. So he can be designed, named, and adopted online in our online adoption center, so that he becomes a real member of the family. And the idea is that you can use erasable markers, colored pencils, hot glue and felt, paint, stickers, washi tape, rhinestones, whatever you can dream up, you can make happen. And he is created with urban vinyl so that he can be erased and designed again and again. So as a nanny or a babysitter, you might want to name and adopt him and bring him along when you care for the families in your life. Or you may want to have the kids create and design their gnome. You can, again, they can do it again and again, or you may want to keep them the same. You can do it if you design him with Sharpies, with hot glue and felt, he is designed to last, and he may need an occasional touch up, but he should last forever. But you can also use washable markers and or, you know, glue and paint that you can remove and change his outfits. The fun thing about that is that you can design him for special occasions, for celebrations like birthdays and St. Patrick's Day or Christmas. Or, you know, he can have a summer outfit and a winter outfit or a vacation outfit if he's coming along with you on an adventure. So the idea here is to make him your own. The other fun thing is that you get to choose the color of his skin, and in addition to all the outfits and other choices that you make. So there are now a skin tone colored markers, and you can find the ones that match or go best or are chosen by your families so that your gnome looks like you or looks like the family that you're working with. The inclusion is one of the most important pieces. At the holiday, we are excited to actually be releasing our girl gnome so that then everybody can have a gnome that feels and looks as much like them as possible. The next thing in your kit is your journal. If you look at the bottom, it says, make your life a book worth reading. That is a quote made by my students in my classroom, and they told me I could use it as long as that I promised I would always give them give them credit for it. So I am and will continue to. It's something that they're proud of, and I'm certainly proud of them for thinking of it. The journal is a real source of reflection. So when you have adventures, you can write about the things that you've done. You can put pictures up in the little frame at the top that you take with your camera, or you can draw pictures, or you can glue in souvenirs. My son and I went to a concert last summer. He's a real music lover, and I feel like he's now old enough where I can take him. We live in Nashville, so our concerts get a little crazy here, but I felt like he was old enough now. So we went to see Peter Frampton in concert. He's one of my favorites from a zillion years ago. And my son is a guitar lover too. So we placed our tickets from the concert in that little frame, and then wrote about the concerts and, you know, things that he loved, and the memories that I have. The great thing about doing this as a babysitter or a nanny is this also becomes a sort of a report that you can give back to the family to share the things that you've done. Of course, the kids can tell them about it, but having it in writing is just a really powerful tool for kind of making a memory out of it, so that, you know, they might forget, but if they write it down, that's something that they can always remember. If you keep the journal with you back and forth, then you'll have a collection of memories that you've built with lots of families. Or, you know, even this might even be a gift that at some point you could give to the family that you work with, or the kids that you care for. There's a lot of ideas here, but I think the big idea is that when you have an adventure, you ask some of these questions. What do you want to remember? What surprised you? You know, what do you want to learn more about? Because I think part of the beautiful thing about reflecting after an adventure is that it opens the door to more exploration, to real curiosity, and to kids, you know, becoming interested and kind of, you know, working down a rabbit hole, if you'll allow that expression, to to find out what they really are interested in. And you can help and guide them if they want to learn more about things. We give lots of ideas in our app of daily adventures. We created this was kind of the beginning of the journey. I had magazines that took up, you know, an entire like wall in my house when I moved away from college. And I brought those magazines every time I moved for years and years. I have, you know, thousands of pins on Pinterest and emails that I saved from, you know, 2 decades ago with ideas in them. I wanted to figure out a way to pull together great ideas that could be done in short periods of time, because for many people, a short period of time, 10 or 15 minutes, might be the only time that they have to share. All of our adventures are designed to, of course, you know, enjoy for as long as you wish. But most of our adventures are also things that you could do in a small pocket of time. And that, I believe, is the key to starting out, at least, right? Is that, you know, 15 minutes done is infinitely better than a wish that's never done, right? Or a hope that doesn't happen. So the New York Times called our app an anti-app, because it's really designed to get you off of your phone and into an adventure. It is available on the App Store and Google Play. It's very inexpensive, less than a cup of coffee per month. We want to make it as accessible as possible to as many people as possible. And as you see, it's sort of a compass. So every activity in our app is designed to either help kids and families create, explore, contribute to the world around them in some way, and all of them are designed to help families connect with each other. So regardless of what the kids that you're working with want to do, maybe they want to make something. If it's raining outside, creating things inside is a great idea. Maybe it's beautiful outside and they want to go explore. There are ideas and creative ideas every day. Those ideas get stored in a little library inside your phone so that you never have to carry a ton of magazines, or, make sure that you're on, Wi-Fi so that you can get into Pinterest or whatever. Your ideas are all stored there for you so that you can scroll and make decisions about the fun that you want to have. There's even an in-app journal so that you can take notes about the supplies that you might need, or about how you wanted to do it differently, or something that you want to think about, or an idea for next time, so that the app is really a tool that you can use over and over again, very inexpensively, to enrich the lives of the kids that you work with, and hopefully yourself as well. The journal that we showed you before comes with a beautiful little pen, and I chose it just because it was fun, and it kind of gnomey, right? It looks like a stick. But what I've learned from both my students and other customers that I've worked with is that somehow this pen feels magic. And so I think that kids who may sometimes be reluctant to write seem to do so a little more willingly with this pen. And my son is one of those reluctant writers. And so I say this with great love, that anything that will encourage kids to write is a win in my book. And so if you want to tell them that this pen is filled with magic, please be my guest. So this is the kit. When it comes, it is filled with paper packing. We did everything that we could to make this as sustainable, eco-friendly as possible. The only plastic that's in the kit is the plastic in the Gnome, and that is so that he can last as long or longer than you can, right? I hope that this was helpful, and that you find wonderful ways to use both the adventure kit and the app in your work with kids. And most of all, I want to thank you for your devotion to the young people in your lives. I hate to even say it because it's said so many times, but it truly does take a village. My work with Head Start, and as I mentioned, I worked in domestic violence shelters and in family reunification in the foster care system. I know that with the love of just one person, kids are truly able to thrive. So thank you for adding love to what you do, and to the gift that you give with your heart and your attention and your time to these little people.